We reported earlier that Saintly has been scratched from this afternoon's Rich Japan Cup, and we'll have a full report on that a little later on in the program. But the final chapter of the infamous jockey tape scandal was written this week when Jim Cassidy climbed back into the saddle to resume track work. Cassidy, as you will remember, was the hardest hit of the three jockeys, who was suspended for tipping when he was originally banned for 3 years. But in a show of leniency, the AJC decided to halve that sentence, and as Tim Wharton reports, the pumper took his first steps towards resuming his racing career.
5 a.m, Sydney's Rosehill Racecourse. Just another track work session. But for Jim Cassidy, this one is very, very special. His first time back in the saddle of a racehorse for 18 long months.
It was flashed back to the memories of the day when I had my first ride as an apprentice, I think. First day back at the track then when I was given a licence, and I think just to be back on track at the moment is just fantastic. You know, I'm a little way away from race riding yet, but you know, that's coming, and just to be back riding track work first morning was absolutely fantastic.
It may not have been champions like Rough Habit or Kiwi, but the excitement is still there. The perfect balance and hands as Cassidy steers his first mount around the track.
Oh, what a good feeling to be over something's neck again.
Pumper, as he's affectionately known, is back. Cassidy thrilled to feel the power and the strength of a thoroughbred at full gallop after so long away. He is like a kid in a lolly shop, returning not only to his livelihood, but his love. A love that has dominated his life.
Geez, I'll improve with the run, but geez, that felt good.
There's no comment.
April the 11th, 1995, now seems an eternity ago for Jim Cassidy. It was then that he was the prime victim of the so-called jockey tapes inquiry, outed originally for 3 years for the crime of tipping.
It was only going to be one loser, and it was me. I was sorry for racing, and I was just sorry about the way the whole thing finished up. But as I say, there was one loser, and that was me. And I know that's all behind me now. I'm looking ahead, and I've got another good 10 or 15 years in front of me. I'm looking to the future, and I've got a happy family at home, and my 2 beautiful daughters, and all these beautiful racetracks to be back on, and all my fans out there, and that sort of thing. So, you know, I'm really looking forward now to getting back, do what I do best, and certainly doing something I love so much.
They're ready. They're racing. And
Cassidy's passion for racing is understandable. It's provided him with so many great moments, including the greatest of all, winning the 1983 Melbourne Cup after steering Kiwi from last to first along the Flemington home straight.
Mr. Jazz, noble comment, Kiamare clear, Veloso making some sort of a run, and Kiwi late. It's going to be close here. Kiwi's going to beat them all with a mighty run. Kiwi swamps them on the line.
I just remember coming back in and seeing Snow and Anne there, and it was just, yes, I've done it for them and for myself naturally, but the joy of doing it for them was just unbelievable, and it's something that will always be in your memories.
It's a big serve telling a jockey he can't set foot on a racetrack. These little guys leave school at 14 and know little else.
He's a good boy.
And so, with a huge void in his life, Cassidy has had to find an outlet for his passion for horses. And the answer for Pumper was show jumping.
So just balance him, Jimmy's counter-cantering.
As he devoted his spare time to his equestrian training, it helped take his mind off his suspension. Cassidy at times struggling emotionally and financially as he was forced to sell his house.
In one respect, it kept me mentally focused, that I was still riding, and I really enjoyed the show jumping. As I say, it was the good thing about it. It was so hard, and I respect how hard it is. It was a new challenge, and like I learned a lot about the horse, the way the horse moves, and just different aspects of different things the horse can do.
Jimmy, 18 months is a long time out of the saddle for a race jockey. What's been the hardest part to cope with?
I just think the hardest thing for me personally was not being able to do what I love most. Probably the hurt I put on my wife and my family, my 2 children. But they cope with it great. I mean, to say, life's got to tick on, but that's probably what hurt me the most, the pressure and the frustration that I put on my family and racing, you know.
Now the pain is starting to ease for Jim Cassidy. Allowed to race ride in January, he can now focus again. The fire is back for the champion jockey.
The return of Jimmy Cassidy. The reporter there, Tim Wharton. We'll take a break. You're watching Sports World here on 7.